good. Can you guys hear me? Can you put a one in the chat? Let me know you can hear me. Thank you guys for showing up. It is so late at night. Good morning, the only Empress. Hey, Bird. Uh, Mike Lewis, hello. How are you? Okay, I'm just going to do a little short live to give my commentary. Listen, okay, okay, at what point are we going to stop entertaining these thirst buckets over here in the beef sector? Hello, okay, you guys can hear me. Hey, Cruz, I see you've been out dancing, enjoying MLK Day. Looked fun, looked very exciting. I saw this last one you just put up. You guys can hear me. Thank you. Up before day. Good morning, everyone. Okay, Cruiser. I'm not going to recommend you sad puppy. Yes, a very sad puppy. I'm not going to recommend you. Well, you can. You do the coffee time, so you may want to peruse through Nessa's latest live. She says she will keep it up, but I'm pretty sure before uh, noon Pacific Standard Time, Shane will have her take it down. But she did hold herself up a lot better than she did the last time. She didn't fall into the traps. She didn't get overly emotional today. Good morning, V. Lenore. What are you doing up so early? I was just expecting people who I saw on in Nessa's live to be here. Mimi 126, how are you? Good to see you as well. Big Gas Man, hello, how are you? If you go over to Nessa's channel, she may leave this up. The gaslighting and the immaturity from Flickr. You know, I'm at a point right now with this beef sector stuff that, some of this stuff isn't even worth having conversations about. I may be at a different point in my life, but to see Flickr, to to have Ness let her up, it's her channel. She can do what she want, of course. But the whole reason that Flickr decided to click on Ness's channel, in my opinion, is she doesn't want anyone else showcased on Ness's channel but herself. The fact that Ness had prepared to do something with Lemon. Hey Jazzy, good to see you, girl. Wasn't that a mess, Jazzy? Okay, let me drop my link. I don't know if anybody wants to come up. You're more than welcome is all I'm telling you. I'm gonna drop my link if anyone wants to come up and talk about it. I surely want to give you the opportunity, but it doesn't seem like Flickr wants anyone to get any attention over on Nessa's channel but her. Now, the simple fact that she prances around and acts as if she was some phenomenal success over here on YouTube, we all know is false. She speaks of this community wall. I don't even read people's community walls. Somebody was referencing a community wall, and I was like, where did you see that? It's on the community walls. It goes down in the community walls. I don't get notifications if somebody puts something up on the community wall. Therefore, I don't see many community walls. So this notorious and world famous community wall that Flickr is always speaking on just totally has me like amused. Like what are you talking about? What exactly are you talking about on this community wall? So hey Fifi TV, thank you for being here. Um TC, thank you for being here. A whole mess. Yes, it was a whole mess. Okay, so Flickr goes over there on Nessa's channel. Um, I had to leave Nessa's channel for a little while. I saw Mahaya and Uppity get into it. Then I saw um, IGT and Uppity get into it. And it was just uppity overload. It was just like delusional overload. I mean, for some reason, some people think that these people add something to their channels, but hey, if they feel like they are adding something to them, the delusions and the uh, false narratives, the lies, the patheticness add something to their channels. But then after uppity finally passes out into her drunken stupor. Then here comes Flicker. Here comes Flicker, who has been trotting around on Pizarro's channel all day after her and Ness had their last kerfuffle, and so predictable that Heidi was on Pizarro's page like dog shit in an unkept dog park all over the place on Pizarro's panel today. So we get to see that. And then here she comes over um, like a plucked peacock over in Nessa's channel. I can't stand her. She reminds me of a soulless demon. She takes everything so seriously. I never hear her laugh, joke around, or anything. I never hear her speak on anything. I never hear her. I was trying to think. Have I heard her have a human conversation? No, I haven't heard her have a human conversation outside of what she has to say about herself or other people. And that just shows you that that is an ignorant person. That denotes an ignorant person who can't speak on anything but herself or other people. So, she cannot expound on anything, any other conversation, nothing at all. Ava, let me say, Grimace and Flicker purposely derailed the commentary. I believe so. I believe so because it was like really a plucked peacock. Yeah, she comes over strutting like a plucked peacock over at on Ness's channel. So clearly she knows that Ness wasn't pleased with her. Hey, Change is good. How are you? Welcome to the room. So she comes over there like the plucked peacock and totally derails. They had said that they were gonna start their drinking thing, Ness and Lemon, but then here she comes. And what about this? And what about that? And what about this? Well. It, girl, and everything that Ness said, okay, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Oh, well. And then, well, what about that? And she tried to actually position herself to be the victim of that fiasco that happened the other day. I mean, the textbook abuse that this girl portrays with Ness is it's like you never think that you would just sit and look and see a test case played out right before your eyes. She tried to play victim and then she kept victimizing. And of course, she brings up her skin. She didn't you're closer to green than I am and you have eczema and Ness took that really personal because she equated that to her dark skin until a lot of people in the chat was like, well, how is if she does have eczema, how would that be a read? Like, that's not a read on her skin. All types of people, all different races of people, all different color tones of people have eczema. So it's not a read on her skin or her skin complexion. So there was that. So she tried to, slide it in, slick because she thinks everyone is dumb. Like everyone don't see all the commercials with non-black people being the spokesperson for these medications and all, lotions and ointments for eczema. So that didn't work. Then it goes Ness really stopped Mahia in his tracks. No, stop Lady Dimples in her track because Lady Dimples, of course, brings her another victim, but always want to throw shots at other people. And she came in telling Mahia he can lick her all over her body. And then I was like really happy that Ness stopped Dimples in her tracks and said, "No, you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna come over here and talk to a straight man that way and invite him to lick all over your body," which was good and positive. But then what does Flicker do? She comes over with all these inappropriate comments about Lemon's sexuality, whatever you think it is. And she stops her once or twice, but she goes right back into it, doesn't respect her channel, doesn't respect anything she says she wants on her channel. She just plows through, like most of these people do. Act as if they cannot control what they say, even when they have been asked to not do things on channels. Lumpity is very good at doing the same thing with all the homosexual slurs. Karen is also very good at plowing through and always over sexualizing and making plenty of homosexual slurs towards people. See, they act as if they're victims, but they never quite see the things that they do that they have been asked not to do. But these are these people's channels. So I'm just saying what I see on these people's channel. They like it. Okay. They deal with whatever comes with it. But this is what I see on, I said lumpity. This is what I see that happens on these channels on a routine basis. So she comes over and then she can't get, and then Ness, she was having conversations with her for a little while. And then she finally was like, no, okay, no, I'm done. I'm not having this discussion with you anymore. No, we're not having this discussion. And then she finally started to put her foot down, and Grimace is uppity, I think. Oh, okay. That's what she's telling V Lenore, uppity. Okay, so then she starts to put her foot down and says, just leave, get out of here. I don't want to have any conversation. So Flicker hits it into a higher gear, and that's why you said Lemon. That's why you said Lemon was on the DL. So textbook. Oh, now you're telling all her secrets. She even said, "Why don't you swear on your son's life?" What an idiot! Now you're bringing her son into some YouTube BS. How she always has to drag Ness's son into an equation that has nothing to do with a child. So inappropriate, so inept at living life, such a thirst bucket just to remain on the panel longer. Now it's always, I challenge you to this, I challenge you to that. You don't have a challenge. You're challenged to live life on life terms. The challenge is you being a productive, uh, well-rounded human being. I challenge you to do that. Oh my God, it was just really, really pathetic that she had the nerves to say something about Nessa's son on that. But everybody's morals aren't mine, thank God. And then so when that didn't work, she swear that you didn't say that about Lemon. I have the time set. I have the time. Then Ness goes, wait a minute. Okay. I said it about Lemon. If I said it about Lemon, I said it about Lemon. Took all the fire, all the wind out of her sails. All the wind out of her sails. And she said, if I said it, then I said it. Lemon, I apologize for saying that. And Lemon accepted her apology. And then there was nothing. But you also said it about Ken. Like, who hasn't said that about Ken? Like, is that your next bullet? Is that it's no gunpowder in that bullet that you're trying to pull out that she also said it about Ken? Because I've heard a million people say that about Ken. So that was her next scramble for a lifeline, and that didn't work. And everybody's in the chat was like, who didn't say about Ken? We all say about Ken. It was so pathetic. Where do you guys get these people from? And it was just really something to see. Um, Let me see what you guys have to say. That's why I don't do online relationship. The moment they get mad, all your business is out in the street. Yes. But it didn't work. It was quite it just really didn't work for her. So all she tried to throw out every little private conversation that they had, the typical bucket that she is. Uh Challenge Lemon to something about their channels or something like that. You don't even have a channel. You don't have a channel because you are audience kryptonite. No one wants to come and hear you talk about that disgruntled madness that you're always talking. You cannot hold an audience. That's why you are like a succubus who clung on to Ness when you saw that Ness would allow that, and you came over to her channel, took over her whole channel, and now that she has finally seen the light and has wiggled her way and regained control of her channel, she's having a real hard time at that. She's a succubus. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Wasn't Flicker over in space last night? Then she went to Nest. She was over in space last night. Today, I believe. I mean, it's just all stale game. The game is stale. The audience is tired of the game, and I am glad that Ness is seems to be today, tonight, right now. Now, if the video disappears, we know that Flickr has gotten to her and hide the video, hide the video. She doesn't want people to see what an ignorant ass she really is. So, um, I'm the question is for the audience: Are and maybe you're not. Maybe you're just like, okay, I take it for what it is. It's a bunch of BS, but it's the only thing that's going on. So, there's that. So that's not going nowhere because she's used to abuse. It appears that way. It appears that some people say that, well, I'm not used to abuse and I'm not going to put up with abuse. But some people are used to abuse. They don't feel like you love them unless you're yelling and screaming and doing all these antics and yelling in the street and over emotional and all this type of stuff. Some people, it takes all that to convince them that you love them. But yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot. So, hey, Treasure Lane, good morning to you. Good to see you. Treasure, I'm talking about the disgusting display of manipulation and abuse that once again was displayed on Ness's channel early this morning by none other than Flickr. Uh, I just can't believe that people are this old in age. Ness actually said, Flicker, you have crow's feet. So surely you're not in your late 20s. Like you said, it seems like along with those crow's feet would have grown a little wisdom, but obviously not because you display that you're not wise at all. You're not a wise person at all. So the voice of reason, no less, happened to be Jay Dunn. Jay Dunn was the one who, when Flickr would come up with all these weak excuses, these weak arguments, Ness, you see what she doing right there? She don't care about what she said about you. Ness, you see what she doing right there? And I was like, oh, Jay Dunn is finally helpful. And then she would just, move back and she would point out all the areas of manipulations because I don't know. I don't know how Jay Dunn is so familiar with them, but I digress. We're not going to go there. But Jay Dunn was able to point out every step, every turn of manipulation that Flickr did tonight. So, yeah. So, crow's feet, yes. Mm, mm. That gruesome twosome are sickening. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a whole lot. So they wound up, you're just trying to get Lemon. You tried to make me mad, and you said the other night that you were gonna talk to Lemon, and you said that to get on my nerves. Well, if you're proclaiming that Lemon is on the DL, it seems like it wouldn't get on your nerves. So which one is it? Either Lemon is you really believe that Lemon's on the DL, or Ness was trying to get on your nerves with him and trying to bring up a rise in you because she said that she would be conversing with Lemon after the show where you showed your ass the other night. So which one is it? You can't have it both ways. But I guess you can have it both ways when you're dealing with someone who's not thinking properly. So Ness, I need you to understand that this person is of no benefit for you, for your channel. She may be some, I don't know what other type of benefits she may offer in your everyday life that you may need, that you feel that you are missing without. But understand that this person benefits you nothing. You are the one who is in the driver's seat in this relationship, as it duly showed when you weren't having it, weren't hearing from her, where she kept on scraping the bottom of the barrel, trying to get something to move you, and you were unmoved. See, you need to stay that way more frequently with this person who is offering nothing to your channel but disruption. She is offering nothing to your channel but derailing the conversation, the topic, anything good that you have going on. Okay, she gave you a couple of intros. Okay, I was the one who did this. I was the one who showed her that, and I was the one who you said that you went over to Pizarro's and you got your numbers. Well, we did that together. Okay, so you were the one who helped her go over to Pizarro's to get her numbers and use Pizarro's for numbers. But so when you went over to Pizarro's, did you tell Pizarro that's what you were doing? Because everybody with eyes and common sense knew exactly what you guys were doing. And Pizarro should have too, but I don't know how much common sense she has. But everybody with eyes knew that's what you were doing. So at least it was mutually beneficial for everyone. But now it seems like somebody is talking about numbers more so than not. Somebody is hitting their live button at the same time that other people are hitting their live button. But oh, it's no problem. It's no problem. Nobody said it's a problem. It's a tactic. That's what it is. Because if you're going to get your numbers, you're going to get your numbers. But the tactic nonetheless is there. So we're not going to not play like this isn't a tactic that has been used and abused. James Caldwell said it best. When Funky Dineva hit his live button the same time that Fox Soul hit their live button, he did it for a purpose. It was a tactic to drain their chat. Lady Nika also said when she was in the throes with Chat Rep and Chat Rep had a live schedule, she said, I will hit my live button and drain your chat. So we're not gonna act like when Ronnie Q says that is a tactic, that Ronnie Q is overreacting and people can't go live on top of each other. And that can't be a thing. Well, let me tell you this, James, do you know that that is why you were vanquished? You were vanquished because you hit your live button too close to someone else's time. But then when Ronnie Q brings up that it's being done to her, Ronnie Q is overreacting. Ronnie Q is not dumb. Ronnie Q is not crazy, but Ronnie Q is going to talk about it being done in the open. And Ronnie Q is still going to go live. And Ronnie Q, whoever wants to hear what Ronnie Q has to say, is still going to come see Ronnie Q. But the point is no less valid that that is a tactic. I don't get what people don't understand. There's no such thing. Yeah, there is a such thing. That's a calculated thing. But if somebody's going to come hear you, they're going to come hear you. So we're not going to act like a thing is not a thing. Okay? That's what you guys can do because you're the ones who do it. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to make you comfortable in your bullshit that you pull. So now, it's a whole lot of talk about numbers. I still get my numbers. See, this is the same snake who told Flickr to go live on top of me. So you think I don't know it's a tactic? And on Mad Day, Flickr came out and told it. You don't think that I don't see all the plays, but you don't like it when the plays get played on you. And then when the person who you propped up with Flickr is pulling in more numbers than you. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Chaba. These people are delusional. I can't with her. She's too much. I do believe lemon is fruity. That's what the person in the chat is saying. I'm reading the chat. Eleanor, yes. She want she went at Diva One about her daughter's accident. Yes, and oh, thank you for saying that. The fact that that mangled, big body, juicy leg, swishy leg person had the audacity to tell Diva One to go get her daughter from underneath a 18 wheeler today was totally disgusting. totally disgusting. Someone who can't even keep custody of her own children. Someone who has been caught online being abusive to her own child. Actually told Diva One in their little back and forth. Diva One said, "Go get your daughter out of the bathtub and pay some attention to her." So her retort was to go get your child from underneath an 18-wheeler, an 18-wheeler that could have easily permanently removed Diva One's child from this earth. 18 wheeler, where Diva One expressed that she still is healing from, still has uh, a lot of healing to get from this accident. This sloppy welfare recipient had the gall and audacity to say that. I mean, these are the type of people that we are dealing with. Yes, it is very sick. It is very sick. And these are the type of people who are thrust upon panels day in, day out, all day, all night. Hey, Nurse Noreen. These are the type of people who are really thrust upon us. The people who say the most vile and disgusting thing that they can think of about gay men, who talk all up under gay men's clothes, who says all the things that a gay man is going to stick up there and all this type of stuff. But then all of a sudden they're just championing women. They're championing women. No, you're being a vile, disgusting pig. That's what you're doing. And now, if a gay man was to say, okay, so, oh, yes, oh, so there's a big thing about this. What did James call? Um, what did you call them? Bleeders? What did you call these? What did you? I forget what James. Something bleeders. What did he say? Blood drippers. Blood drippers. So, in a response to James Blood Drippers, the, prior to James Blood Drippers, there were many things said about things that being stuck up and what gay men wanted to screw and this that, and the other. But James said Blood Drippers, which is, I'm not offended by it, but I don't think he wasn't talking to me. I'm not offended by it. Uh, Women do have their menstrual cycles, and that's what happens. It's part of life, but it can be ugly, and because it was meant to be ugly. So you mean to tell me all the things that James could stick up his anal orifice were cute? Were those things cute? So nobody has been up in arms about all these things. Now, um, yeah. So you know, it is what it is. People want to get up in arms about certain things and act as if they don't hear other things. So that's that with that. And if you're offended by it, you're within your rights to be offended by it. If you're not offended by it, same here. I'm neither here nor there with it, because it's an offensive thing to say, but that's what it was meant to be, an offensive thing to say. So now all of a sudden, oh, well, that man, he said this, but I didn't hear her say all the things that he should put up his orifice. And so I'm going to ignore that. And I'm going to act like that never happened. And voodoo. Oh, let's talk about voodoo. Voodoo, he is so wrong. He said women's coochies were what did he say? Big and sloppy. No, he said his mama's was. He didn't say women's were. He said his mama's was. So why would I be offended that he said his own mama's coochie was a big sloppy coochie? Why am I going to take that on when he said he fell out of his mama's big sloppy coochie? Why would that offend me? So a hit dog is hollering. So he refers to his own mama's coochie as big and sloppy, and you think I'm gonna be offended by it? That's his mama. Shit, he must have saw the package that his daddy was working with or something. I ain't offended by Voodoo's mama's coochie being big and sloppy. Like let's be real. I mean, come on. You don't insult all women when you've been attacked by one. You don't insult all women when you've been attacked by one individual. But were all women attacked? Nurse Noreen, that it's misogynistic. Okay, okay, that's your opinion, um, and you're more than right to have your opinion. Okay, I'm not insulted by somebody attacking somebody who they're attacking. So, uh, what is it? So, what is it when all gay people are attacked? What is it when gay people are attacked? It's my strong opinion. Okay, and you're more than welcome to have your strong opinion. Nobody's gonna fight you about your opinion. These people are so low class, not lowering my standards, nor am I. That's the perfect point. That's the perfect point. See, because I'm not lowering my standards to talk about anybody's children, anyone's dead relatives. I don't care what. I don't care what somebody says to me. See, I'm not lowering my standards. See, I am my own measuring stick. And so for women to say that they were insulted by what Voodoo said about his own mother's vagina, he didn't say, "Oh, y'all have nothing." He said he fell out of his mother's. And he didn't equate that to anyone but his own mother. So, how now is it that all of a sudden he talked about women so badly? No, he talked about his mother badly. That's who he talked about badly, personally. That one woman, that's who he talked about badly. Is hateful and homophobic. Exactly. Excuse me. So, yeah, so that's who he talked about badly. But see, what we're not talking about is all the other stuff that Voodoo talked about. See, that's why people are up in arms. People want to bring it on. Well, look, he said this about his mama's vagina, so he must think that about all vaginas, and he must think badly about women because he said that she's on here to stand with his LGBTQ brothers and sisters and brothers. I mean, not sisters. He didn't say sisters. He said. So he said that. So he must feel that way about all vaginas. Let me see what you guys are saying. Yep. He talked about his mom. Right. He roast her like that. Exactly. He talked about his mama. That's who he talked about. I'm not insulted by what he said about his mama. Shit. I'm gonna take his word for it. Shit. Now, if me and Voodoo are very cool, but shoot, trust and believe that ain't in my skull cap. If I have to read Voodoo, I'm gonna say you said it. You said it. I hear you had poly grip on your ass cheek so you wouldn't fall out of that sloppy vagina, Voodoo. Is that what happened, Voodoo? I'm just kidding. I ain't got no problem with Voodoo at all. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I think that the larger scale of the thing is that they had a lot of problems with the way Voodoo, you know, was direct. But I didn't. The only thing that I didn't like about Voodoo was he was too Jay Wilsonish with the "this is a skit" type of thing. Uh, I'm gonna it's either one or the other. It's all real until you say, but this is all a skit. Maybe he's like Jay Wilson and he has a job to protect, like Jay Wilson, who found himself in trouble and then came on. And this is all acting, and I'm a comedian, and this is all a skit. So maybe he's doing it in that same vein. But if you're gonna do it, it is what it is. It's not a skit. If it's a skit, then we can't take you seriously. So he's gonna have to negotiate that within his delivery or not, or he can keep his delivery the way it is. So, that's the biggest thing that I uh, found about it. Yes, girl, not sure that was a read. It actually is a compliment. A dry one is a read, not sloppy, but I think, but I know, I think I could be misquoting him because it wasn't just sloppy. It seemed like he said it was like big and sloppy. I can't. I, don't quote me. Y'all go over there and listen to Voodoo Badu's first live if you didn't hear it. If somebody is real clear on what he said, and do remember wide, wide. That's what it was. Thank you, Vanquish. Wide vagina. Thank you. Now, see, that's not very complimentary unless you're complimenting your daddy. That's all I'm saying. Crusty. No, it was no, it wasn't crusty. It was wide. Hey, the Bushes, how you doing? Hey, LaWanda Dix. I'm telling you. Bless your insomniac heart, Ronnie Q, and yours as well, the Bushes. Okay, so let me see what you're saying. It was like she just stood up and he fell out. Yes, he did say I fell out my mama's wide vagina or whatever, vajayjay or whatever he said. Technically, the coochie has to spread to give birth, so it had to get wide. Women's bodies are amazing. We bring life. Uh, exactly, exactly. And I guess that for a man, for them to visualize that our bodies could open to that capacity is like awe inspiring or like unbelievable because I don't know if any other orifice, to put it politely, would be able to stretch that far out to, like, if you had okay, to put it in a different term. So if we're comparing apples to oranges and we're comparing a womb to a colon, so to speak, if you had a bowel movement that big, I and took that long to plop in the toilet, I don't think that you'd be no more good back there. I don't think you would have the elasticity and the stretch. I think you would rip yourself. So I think that may be one of the reasons why there is some type of comparison, but with body parts that don't compare. Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, somebody let me know. I didn't want to go too far off. Oh my God. Yes. Yeah, I didn't, because maybe that's why. Uh a lot of thought may not have gone into that statement. How he know it was wide and sloppy? He lived there for 9 months. He probably was rattling around there, bumping all up against the walls and stuff. Jay Wilson has a huge head. Nurse Noreen, it reeks of what is that? Opedial perversion. What is opedial perversion? TS Madison had a live last week talking about her walls were getting weak back there and needed smaller peen as she gets older. Oh, wow. Uh, yeah. So I don't know how men feel back there after a period of, you know, using larger peens, but there's one person's viewpoint that their walls get weak and they need a smaller peen. But we're not birthing babies every day. So, our body part doesn't have to, expel a baby from it every day. So, or as much as a person would have intercourse. So there's that as well. So, but back in the early 1900s, in people early to mid 1900s, uh, people were having a lot of children. It was not unheard of for to have families like even in the 70s that had like 8 to 11 kids and things like that. It's like it didn't happen often, but it's like it ain't unheard of. So there's that. So it's just different body parts. So I don't think he meant any harm. And if he did mean any harm, I think the harm was directly uh it was kind of really directed at his own mother's. Nurse Noreen, I'm still waiting to see what you're saying that is. Child, I understand. That's what that I agree. Child. So did Nurse Noreen answer me? No, she ain't answer. She gonna put that out and just leave it floating. I'm gonna have to look it up. Let me see what that is. Yep, he threw shots at his mom. I agree. If you would be amazed of what the body can put out. I've seen lots of parts with BM bigger than baby's head. Lots of patients with BM bigger than babies' heads. Oh, uh, and see, but the thing about that Bush baby is that retaining to or characterized by I don't even know what I opedius. I don't even know what that is. Complex. Let me see what that is. Now, the thing about that is, Bush baby, is if you have a patient who has a BM bigger than a baby's head, that patient cannot expel that without some type of medical help. I know that there have been cases where older people have had to have it uh, manually taken out of their bodies and things like that. So I that's the thing. That's the thing that makes it different than a woman's body, which will snap back. So I can understand why he didn't understand how. I mean, he could have, just said that. Okay, swollen, a mythical Greek king of Thebes, a tragic hero in Greek mythology, accidentally fulfilled a prophecy that he. Let me see. He actually okay accidentally fulfilled a prophecy that he would end up killing his father and marrying his mother, therefore bringing disaster to his city and family. Mm, well, that's kind of weird. Now, you saying that that's the kind of complex that he had? I never heard of that. Bush baby, where you been, stranger? Hey, Pake. Oh, the O is silent. Thank you, thank you. So that's Epidus Rex. I have never heard of that Greek character. I'm not into Greek mythology, but thank you for giving me that information. Let me see. Okay. Let me see what else you guys have to say. Bush baby, you better stop by and a play by listen, Nurse Noreen, you with these Greek words. Okay, a play. It's a play, not mythology. It's a play. Let me see what it says over here. I didn't know it was a play. Let me see what Wikipedia says about it. The story is the subject of Sophocles or whatever tragedy, was followed by the narrative sequence of together. Oh, these plays make up a three Tibetan plays, two enduring themes of Greek myth and drama, the flawed nature of humanity, and an individual's role in the course of destiny in a harsh universe. Okay, but thank you. I've never heard of those plays. I thought it was some Greek mythology. Thank you very much. Basically, he lusted after his mama. I don't think that he. Are you really saying that that is the basic tenets of this play, that he really did lust after his mother? I don't know. Right. Basically, talking under your mama's clothes is suspect. Okay, so we clear on that. So, thank you for that lesson. I really appreciate that. So, now, so back to equating. I guess there's no equaling the thing. The two things are totally different. And he said that about his own mother. So, what did you guys think about the other things that he said, and the way that it was delivered as being a skit, or him just coming out and delivering it? So, do you think that him saying that this is all a skit was a way for him to wiggle out of some of the things he was saying, or do you think that he's going to stand firm in the things that he said? That now, see, that's what I was thinking, that that could possibly give him wiggle room. Good morning, Miss Toby. Girl, I can't believe you up this late. I'm pissed off. How the hell is Agent Orange the projected winner? I know, girl. I know. And didn't campaign, didn't do any debates, and he is the projected winner of the Iowa caucus. 45. Child. I cannot believe that either, Miss Toby. It's just like to the point where these people may actually put him right back in office, and that's gonna be a mess. So, I really hate that nobody primary Biden. I really do hate that nobody primary Biden. So they should have had somebody to primary Biden to get people excited and to like put out an agenda. Biden has not put out any agenda. Nothing is about to change anything. Well, that one 45 hasn't put out an agenda any either. Only thing he's talking about is the courts and all his the things that's going on with his lawsuits as well. So as far as the country go, it seems like the country is an afterthought, and they're basically telling you we're going to do whatever it is we want to do. That's what I get from it. So uh, there's that. So now let's talk about it was something. Okay, we talked about James. That what James said that has everybody up in arms. So, hmm, what else? What else? What else? Is there something else I'm missing? Uh, yes, Biden has been disappointing. We need young blood in the office. I definitely agree. So, what else is happening in the beef sector? People are acting surprised about regular um, beef sector banter. Oh, this Mahia and Reed thing that is going on. So, are you guys up on the thing with Reed and Mahia? Oh, I've been. James called some of the intels. Oh, what was it? Blood drippers. And a lot of people were offended, and some of the intels, some of the side eye, I mean, some of the club chat, and one more group. because he said he was referencing the people who had been coming at him when he be on panels and this, that, and the other. And so he said, and all you blood drippers. And then yesterday he came back and explained that he meant these specific people who had been coming at him when he was on panels, and he included club chat women who come at him, and also it was one other group of women, the Den. Thank you, thank you, and the Den. So people were up in arms. Blood drippers, that's such an old saying. I've never heard that saying before. So a lot of people were up in arms about it, and they said that he's being misogynistic, and that and I was like, well, technically it's a fact of life for a healthy woman to have their menstrual cycle. So some people still think that it was very misogynistic of him to have said that. And I'm neither here nor there with it. He meant it to be hurtful, just like people mean it to be hurtful when they talk about children, dead relatives, people's mamas, people's brothers, when they got brothers who criminals themselves, and then sit up and make videos about his brother and don't tell what their brother has done. Like it's all hypocritical and it's all a bunch of BS. So so people are really up in arms about what James said. They said they're trying to say that James have said that about women in general, much like they were up in arms about Voodoo saying that he fell out of his mom's wide coochie. They are trying to say that Voodoo said that and he feels that way about all women when he distinctly spoke of his very own mother, period. He didn't say all women. So it's a whole lot of projecting in certain arenas, and this sector is made up of mostly women, and these are misogynistic, and they have an agenda, and they want to do this and they want to do that. How per se can I determine what someone wants to do? Half of you bitches on here talking this shit don't even know what you want to do your damn self. You want to overlook the crass stuff that you say, the stuff that is out of pocket that you say, and now if somebody was to say that you meant that about all men or all homosexual men, you would have a fit. But you're saying as much because the fact that Voodoo said that he wanted to show unity with his gay brothers, then all of a sudden there's a problem. See, because the one thing that a devil don't want us to do is to have unity. So they fight at us having unity at any cost. The way that I see dumb people sitting around here and letting an idiot plant ideas and thoughts in their head based on absolutely nothing, based upon some supremacist separatist type of ideas and thinking, is amazing to me. And it's unfortunate that we have so many mindless people who can't think for themselves, who have such doubt in their own competency that they fall for these tricks. And this is not a new game. This is an old game that's being played. So catch. Those of you who can catch, I suggest you do catch. Hey, Miss T Velocity, nothing wrong with a gay man narrative. Everyone can have a voice. World is big enough. Exactly. If you don't like it, don't watch. Exactly. Trigger words. Trigger words indeed. Trigger words indeed. Yeah, that's what I see that's going on that I wanted to comment on. And I would never in my life of living let somebody who can only converse about people try to implant a thought in my head. A person who can only talk about people, can't talk about any events, any ideas, anything other than people is an ignorant person. And we have a lot of ignorant people walking around here trying to implore us that they're some elite intelligent being when they're dumb as rocks. Because if you listen to what people speak about and talk about and are concerned about, you understand that they don't even have a grasp of what's important in the real world that they're living in outside of this virtual reality. It's really pathetic, you know. And you have so many, hey, Queen Diva, and you have so many idiots popping them up as intelligent people, but they're in regards to voodoo, I had no problem that he wants to have an alliance with his gay brothers, yes. But the problem with voodoo was he fell out his mama's wide pussy, coochie, or however he put it. So I don't have a problem with anything about his mom's coochie because it does not confirm or refer to me. That's just the bottom line. So this narrative, like, oh, well, he doesn't like women, and it further shows that he doesn't like all women because he wants to only have an alliance with with the gays over here. Like, give me a break. It give me a real break. Okay. And James' comment doesn't offend me because I'm not the individuals he's talking about. And he basically talking about the folks who are trolling him or have said things to him. Okay. Thank you, Miss Toby. I mean, he said who he was talking about, but it's trying to be spun into something wholly and largely different. Good morning, all you stop lying. A little behind in the chat. Okay. But Epidus is part of the Greek mythology. And now you're saying it's part of Greek mythology. They said it was just a play. Okay, so I thought it was Greek mythology once I looked it up, but they said it was just a play. It's not really, well, I guess Greek mythology is could be a play. Okay. It was turned into plays by whoever this is after the story had been told for generations. Thank you very much. Okay, so it is play and it's also Greek mythology. I appreciate it. I don't have a problem because I don't have to care or watch. Exactly. That's okay. That's okay. I understand. 7 minutes behind in the chat. So, yeah. So I think it has a whole lot to do about nothing. I think that it's like more disturbing things to talk about that goes on in this sector. But everybody wants to say that these two gay men are the problem. So this is a woman dominated area, and that just shows how they really feel about women. Okay, their lack of knowledge in certain life situation is astonishing. Some don't even know their history, just ignorant. And the yes, yes, and the conversation. Let me say this: Florida has taken Black history out of schools. They've taken a lot of books off the shelf by Black authors. Uh, they flag them for many different reasons. They'll flag them as being too overtly inappropriately in the human mating capacity, if you get what I'm saying. They'll put these tags on them, that tags on them, just to get them snatched out. A book that doesn't have anything to, like we were talking about the book by Judy Blume, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, which teaches a young girl about the changes in her development in her life when she starts her menstrual cycle and things like that. So we have all these books and a lot of education about our own history being banned in Florida schools. Also, in a school in Maine, they had a cop come search the library for a book that somebody, they won't tell who made a call on. Actual police officer came up where they have a safe space for gay and lesbian students in the library, and they keep these books separate. And note, Maine does not even have these laws that Florida has, but they got an anonymous call, so they went to the gay and lesbian safe space in the library and demanded a certain book from the librarian, but they wouldn't tell her who called for it. And then she told them, well, you're more than welcome to search for it. Well, it would be in this area because that's where we keep all these materials. And then all of a sudden the police officer said, well, that's okay, we'll handle it administratively. So you came up there for something that obviously you could handle administratively, because that's exactly how you handled it. So now we have, let's look at the parents that we have on YouTube. We have parents on YouTube who you do or do not hear spend any type of quality time with their children who are in knee deep in mess. You hear parents who do or do not even bother to attend to their autistic child as they sit in the bathtub alone while they're in another room on YouTube, where you hear them verbally and possibly physically abusing the same said child. And see, these are the people who are raising the children of the future. And not only do they not even know these types of things, it seems like, because the conversation that I heard about Harriet Tubman, that, that wasn't even shut down, whether the fact that listen, listen, I can't even go too deep into the conversation, because once I heard that bullshit being sputtered, I shut it down. Uh, Even if slavery existed, so we have people who would even entertain or let somebody have a second sentence after they said, even if slavery existed, chattel slavery. They don't know if the slavery was actually, the North American slave trade was real. Okay, so if you letting somebody have a second sentence after that, see, you're about supporting and spouting ignorance, and you're supporting and spouting the things that uh, the larger majority of people want to leave you in ignorance, doubting the factual history of your very own existence. And to hear it uh, be just belittled and just twaddled down to uh I heard Harriet Tubman was busting it wide open. To hear somebody be so callous to say, well, it said that Harriet Tubman was busting it wide open. But even if she was, she had the right to get her some, she was freeing the slaves and all, to just hear somebody be so ignorant to say, well, even if she was, to entertain the narrative that you want to put on a black woman who risks her life to bring people to freedom and to bring her down to a sexual nature, as the essence of what she was doing, as the essence of what was important about even mentioning Harriet Tubman, was to say she was busting it wide open, was disgusting to me. And the fact that these are allegedly parents who are having this conversation, who is bringing such a moment in history, such an important moment in the fabric of our whole fucking country, our whole fucking nature, our whole fucking struggle and survival, down to the woman who was guiding people to freedom at the risk of her own life, who had a huge bounty on her head, talking about she was busting it wide open. And if she was, chaba, it's just like, I just can't deal with some dumb shit. I heard that one. Yeah, it's just like, no, exactly, Miss T Velocity. It's like, no, all my eyes want to be used today. I don't know what you're saying. all your eyes and your thing. How else do you birth the eight-time baby unless your coochie expands? People are so stupid. Okay. The lack of knowledge on certain life situations is astounding. Some don't even know their own history, just ignorant. Yes. So, and and that's the confounds of which some people can talk about their history. They don't feel the importance of their own history, and their own history is being somebody also said that they can't teach history in I think it was St. Louis now. There was somebody who was on the panel, and they said they African American history has been taken out of the St. Louis school system, and then once it became real public and it started going viral, that the school system there has pulled back on it to reconsider it. But so you have idiots like this who took things for granted, who you don't miss it until you lose it in a lot of instances. So you have people who just always thought it was going to be there and things like that, or don't even care about history because they're so ignorant. They just don't care about what got them to where they are today. So it's a lot of ignorance on here. It really is. I just can't. Yeah, just happened to wake up and catch you live. It's about time. Closing my eyes and listening. Hey, Nisi, it's about time. Indeed, you rarely catch my live. So, disgusting. It really was disgusting. So I'm gonna drop my link one last time for anybody who wants to hit this link. And I understand that this is not an educational sector of YouTube, but I just don't I can't respect the ignorance that's being touted around this section of YouTube. I just really can't accept it. I don't accept it for myself. And people are more you everybody has their right to be entertained by what they're entertained by. But it's a lot of ignorance that's going on around this sector, and it's a lot of it's just it's ridiculous at this point. It really is ridiculous. It's early. I don't even know why I'm up. Well, I don't know why I'm up either. And I'm going to run and I'm going to let these dogs out. And that way I know I have me a clear 6 hours if Saucy obliges. Good morning, Dr. LaShonia. If Saucy obliges, because if I try to take her out at 4 hours and she'll be like, no, I just went 4 hours ago. I still got 2 more hours to hold my pee, and then you can get up in 2 more hours and take me out. So, I have that going on with my doggies. So, yeah, so I just wanted to come live, and I just came off of the back of Nessa's live. And if you guys care to bother, yeah, we were talking about the situations over there that happened on Nessa's live, and the manipulation and the verbal abuse and all the other ignorance that is displayed by Flickr over there on Ness's live. So it seems as though Ness had a strong resolve that she was going to uh, talk with Lemon and Jay Dunn further after the live. So we'll see if that helps her any, and if she's able to pull through and understand that she is the person who makes her channel and guide herself accordingly. That that's all we can hope for. Because this display of instability is just really mind-boggling at this point, and I don't even know why they're doing it. Oh, Rita Mejia, Rita Mejia, Rita Mejia have been going back and forth, and so it seems like it's a full-on beef between Reed and Mejia. Grand rising to you as well. Toxicity, exactly. Let me see what DVD said. I get married every time I see young black people in colleges trying to get the college to remove a statue because that person was a slave owner. I feel that it is also erasing our history too. Um, hmm, I never thought about it like that. I okay, so it's removing a blight in our history, in my opinion. I think that a museum is a more suitable place for those types of statues and things. It's not the fact that it's a statue; it's an actual monument to that person. So it, to me, it he's and tries to give it some more importance than it really deserves. That's just my opinion as far as those statues are concerned. Good morning, Nicole Judge. Because there, yeah, that's just my opinion on it. Uh, you know, that history is not going to be erased in our country because we have too many people who are fighting to keep that history relevant. And I think that we have a bigger fight with, just keeping our history alive. Like I said, you have so many states who are trying to, you know, prohibit the teaching of our history. I never thought that there would be a time when e- educating people on their history would be such an issue. And we're at that time right now. DVD, are you kidding me? That's what makes you mad. See, I don't know. It's that's not Diva One, is it? No, that's Diva D. Okay, Ronnie Q, what do you think about Triple saying the fights between this week and Ness are not real? Well, if okay, this is my point. If what I say about him saying that is, well, so if he doesn't feel the fights between Ness and Diva One are real, then obviously the fights between Pizarro and Ness can't be real as well. So Ness and this Heat had a fight, and then the next day, uh, this Heat miraculously pops up on Pizarro's channel, who is bubbling over to see her. So if he think that that's fake, what was that shit when all of a sudden Pizarro spend hours and hours going over who Ness is and what Ness ain't and this, that, and the other. So how real was that? If you're gonna talk about the fakeness of all of this, we got to talk about the fakeness of it all. So I don't care if they're real or fake. I know that it's tired, done, and through. Wash, rinse, and repeat. It's like, I'm over it. It just can't be any, it just can't go any further. You're not gonna insult my intelligence with a bunch of foolery, a bunch of uh just clownery. It's just total clownery at this point. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. I'm not eating. I'm not eating. I'm so happy. Child boo. Oh, give me a break. Child boo. Sound ignorant. It seems a little offish to me too. I'm just saying. Okay. Gotta go to work. I'll catch the replay, Ronnie Q. Yes, hit the like, all you stop lying. I appreciate you for reminding me that. If you guys would hit the like for me, I greatly appreciate you guys for coming. Okay. Or any anti-Semitic icons. Yes. Yeah, because no, you're not gonna nobody's going to argue back and forth about it. It's gonna be not going to be no argument about having any anti-Semitic icons up. See, it's not never any argument to, oh well, we should have a Nazi uh monument and all these types of things. That's never considered. You see what I'm saying? Okay, I'm not mad, but I feel away. Okay. You feel away. Let me see what else you said. What you feeling away about? I just feel that sometimes when you erase certain things, it's as if it never happened, and that's what some of these folks want. Okay, it's not the monuments that is the important thing that's being taken away. It's the teaching of our actual history that is important. Is if we concentrate more, see, the monument don't mean nothing to us either way. It just means a something to you know let us see our oppressor and how much power our oppressor had over us. But the most important thing that they're taking away is our history, our the teaching and learning of our actual history. Because see, they want us to believe that we are nothing, we came from nothing, we accomplished nothing, we are of zero importance to this fabric of this country. But see, they don't want you to learn about the brilliance that we have brought to this country, the way that we were the ones who made this country thrive and was able to grow this country through knowing how to tend to the land, to grow this country by invention, inventing the clothes dryer, inventing the electric refrigerator, inventing all types of things, all types of inventions that we are in fact the fabric of invention. You know, they say the necessity is the mother of invention, and who needed more necessity than the hard laborer who invented many things, the elevator, all types of things that these are people who had no formal education, who invented most of these things that our country still runs on to today, and don't get the dang on the stop signal, just simple things like that. The folding chair, all these types of things that we have invented, but they want us to believe that we're dumb, we're downtrodden, and all we are people who have our hands out. So I think that's the most important thing for us to learn personally, myself. And that's why they have libraries and museums, for artifacts and things like that. You don't see you see chains and things like that, and they're in museums. I mean, that would be like equivalent to having chains out on exhibit in, like, as a monument. You look at what they did to they what is his name, Emmett Till. They did a little monument for Emmett Till. In the first week it had like 40 some bullet holes in it. So a monument actually means nothing. I need to know the history of why this person who was done this way, taken away from this earth, his mother as a 14-year-old, has over 40 something bullet holes in it. See, that's the important thing. The monument didn't mean nothing. It was like something that's there. What the monument stood for is the important thing that I should be taught, and I should know, and I should learn. So having a Confederate monument don't mean nothing to me, because I'm like, poo poo, old Confederate. But see, I need to know why this person had so much power and what that person did with his power to my people. That's all I'm saying. So I ain't want to go into that. Okay. Get mad over them books in Florida. Yeah, get mad over them books in Florida. Tearing down monument does not erase the history. The problem with the monument is that they are for commemoration. Exactly. Commemoration, not documentation. Exactly. So I thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate you guys for coming out. And if you guys would do me a favor before you go, if you guys would please hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate that. I took a little time off, and I am going to schedule a members only live. I said I was going to do it before Friday. I am definitely going to do my members only live this week. So if you don't have a membership, you might want to get your membership only live, because I can not have to be so tender and gentle when I go around certain topic and phrases and words and things like that. So hey Lemon, how you doing, Lemon? Hey, Lemon, did you talk to Ness or did she stand you up? I just want to know. Did she stand you up, Lemon? Please tell me. Did she stand you up? That's all I want to know. Right. When you look at a monument, you definitely want to know the history behind it. I'm waiting on Lemon to answer me and see if Ness stood him and Jaden up, or she took that phone call that or she took that phone call that I know that she was getting from Flickr at the end of that live. Here I come, Lemon. Let me see what Lemon's talking about. Uh-oh. 1 second, Lemon. Here I come. Lemon,
Hey, Ronnie Hugh, what's up?
what's going on?
Hey,
So now what I wanted to know is, did she show up? Did Ness show up for your after the chat um conversation, or did she stand you guys up?
she showed up.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. We had
I
a
would,
special guest. J Dunn pulled up on us too. We had a three-way call.
yeah, I knew you guys was gonna have a three-way call. I was just hoping that she wouldn't take a phone call from Flickr and not show up on you guys. She said she was going to, so I'm glad that she did show up for you guys.
Yeah, as soon as that live ended, uh, J Dunn called me, and then I three-way Ness, and we had a good conversation. It was lit.
Good, 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 good. So, now, Lemon. Okay, so we're gonna have to stop stalling and we're gonna have to start this channel. I found that it was quite odd that Flickr was, was like kind of challenging you about your page that you haven't started yet, but her page was whittled down. I mean, to act, she couldn't even hold an audience. She wants to take credit for Ness's page and Ness's work, but each one, you do your own thing, and she was an abject failure, and she couldn't hold an audience. I mean, at first, people were intrigued by her, and then after they got a steady dripping of this uh sauce that she drips all the time, not being able to converse about any other topic than other people poorly. So don't believe the hype. All this my community wall page, and most people I know don't even read community wall. So don't believe the hype about all of this stuff, and just start your page, Lemon. What are you waiting on?
Listen, I, I, I don't want to tell y'all the date, but it's real soon. I just don't want to. I just want to do like a pop up kind of situation. I don't want to tell people like, oh, on January 17th, 9 o'clock. I don't want to do none of that. You're just gonna see a live schedule, and then I just want people to pull up. It'll be fun though. It's gonna be a fun time. I think so. You know what I'm saying? Like
So
it's
so you
coming.
know how to
That's all I
schedule.
could say.
You know you know how to
Hmm?
schedule your live, right? You know how to schedule
I don't
your
know
live, right?
nothing. No, no, no. I'm finna work out some things behind the scenes with some people. They want to help
Okay.
me out about my channel, and then I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna see what's up.
So do you have StreamYard already?
I don't got shit right now. Like this gonna be a free. But listen, but what I want to do is I want to have StreamYard on my first live, but then people gonna say, "Oh, he only was his numbers are only good because he had other people there to support him." Like, but I feel like that kind of misses the point. Like, I'm gonna do an introduction. I'm gonna do like about 45 minutes to an hour by myself, just to show you I can do my big one, and then I want to just talk with the people, let different people come up, and just have a conversation, like have a good time. It's not gonna be dark. It's not gonna be like me against the beef sector. It's just gonna be like some chill shit.
Well, it's not about don't overthink about what people think, because people going to try to come at you in some jacked up way, however you do it. So It's not about them. It's what you want to give to your audience. Don't get caught up on what some naysayer is going to say, because you are going to have naysayers all the way, and they're going to second guess, and they're going to point out all these things that you did or did not do in your first life. So it's going to come. Don't even worry about it. Just do what you want to present to the people. And you can get StreamYard free. You're not going to have any banners to put up, so you're going to have to, be real careful when you're letting people up, and be ready to put them back down real
Okay,
quick, just
so
in case they prove
if
to
I don't
be.
pay for StreamYard thing at first, right? Um,
Mhm.
so is it best to use my computer or should I use my phone? Like, how do you
I,
operate your?
I would suggest. I've never used Gun Live on my phone before, and I think that it would be a little harder for me, because I couldn't move around like I want to, because I may slip up and press the wrong button and totally end the live or do something like that. I would suggest you do it from your computer and have your YouTube page open on your phone. So I would do it that way.
Okay, all right, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't want to like you said, I don't want to overthink it, over plan it. I just kind of want to do it because sometimes you can get in your own way. I'm not nervous or nothing like that. I just want to make sure it's at the right time. Like right now, I feel like I'm almost there, but I'm just not fully there. It's like it's at the peak, but it's not fully there. But it's coming. Like I promise you.
Yeah. Okay. So you can get StreamYard free, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what I would suggest to you, which was suggested to me, is to set up a live, and put the when you're going through the setup of the live, you'll see it where it'll ask you, do you want it to be open, or if you want it to be private. I would set up the live. I would title it test stream, and I would put it on private. And then when you go through the whole motions and enter the studio, don't hit go live. Just enter the studio, and that way you'll be in the studio, you'll be at the control panel, and you'll be able to go in all the settings and see how you invite people up, see how you do different things. And if you want me to help you navigate through that private test stream, I still have my private test stream up now. I'll be more than happy to go with you. You can get at me and tell me, give me the link, and then I can come, and you can invite me up, and then I can tell you how to manipulate the cameras and things like that. So any help that I can be to you, I will.
Okay. Yeah, we can definitely do that. I'll definitely. I don't know if you got Instagram or not. I'm not sure.
Yes, it's the same thing as my YouTube name.
Okay, I'll hit you up and we can do a test run. I want to do like a few test runs just so I'm, familiar with the whole setting things, how to like navigate through StreamYard from my computer and having my phone open, and then I'm gonna go live.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. All right, Lemon. Thanks a lot, and have a good day. And yeah, appreciate
I'll
it.
see you in the YouTube streets, but I'll definitely be in contact with you.
Most definitely. Hey, Body Works.
All
Thank
right,
you, Lemon.
all right. Peace. Thank
Hit the
you.
like button on your way out.
Oh, I
The
already
like
did.
button on your way out. Thank you.
I did
All
already.
right. Bye
I
bye.
got you.
All right. All right, guys. That's it for me. Um, yes, V. Lenore has been having some real good lives lately. So if you guys haven't checked out V. Lenore, please go over there and check her out. She has been having some great lives lately. So let me put her link in the chat. Okay, here. V. Lenore. And also, if you guys haven't checked out Miss T Velocity, she has been having some great lives herself. And let me see. Let me put Miss T Velocity link in here. So I would suggest you guys, if you have some free time and you don't want to burn any more brain cells out, uh, that you guys check out these two ladies, and their links are in the chat. So that's it for me today. I don't know. I may come back later on today, but thank you guys for coming out and spending a little time with me. I greatly appreciate you, and I'll see you guys around here on the YouTube streets. All right, you guys have a good day. God bless you, and goodbye.